Hey, welcome to another episode of the Rob Report. I'm your host, Robert Bob TV Brown. Before we get into this segment, by the end of this video, I want you to do a few things for me. First of all, if you like the video, hit the like button. Please do. If you don't like it, hit unlike. It's okay. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Sometimes, as Jimmy Dole would say, you find yourself unsubscribed and you need to make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell right next to it so you can be notified when a new video is being dropped. Whoop, there it is. And more importantly, the super chat will be on for this segment. So if you want to donate toward the efforts of Bob TV, that's freely up to you. I do have a job, but any amount will help toward the growth of this channel. And more important, let us help you help us by introducing you to a program. There's a link down below that says Equal Justice for All. You're going to click that video link and there's some educational tutorial about a phenomenal program in America that is really making equal justice a reality for every citizen. So this program is phenomenal. The proceeds from you participating in the program will go back, 10% will go back into the Bob TV YouTube channel. So anyway, my name is Robert Brown with the Rob Report. Let's get into it.
Blue collar, white collar, black professors, white scholars, politicians, Dalai Lamas. Everybody in the whole wide world need hope if I be honest. I'm in that number.
Hey, good day. Welcome to another episode of Rob Report. I'm your host, Robert Bob TV Brown. How you doing today? Well, Sugar Bear, Doughboy, you know, I can't call nobody Doughboy. I'm Doughboy number 2. He's at it again. He's really just, I don't know what's up with this guy. Smug. He's become a smug, elitist black broadcaster. He think he knows everything about the political process. He knows something, but not everything, Roland. You don't know everything. He think he have his finger on the pulse of the black community. You don't. You don't. There's not many people who say they can have the finger on the pulse of the black community. He is a leading figure in black online media, and he has encouraged a lot of us to start our own channel. But when we don't go the way he wants us to go, then he kind of craps on us. Well, recently he went on his show again and did a little rant about us picking on Kamala Harris, about her and the smoking weed thing and listening to Tupac. Then he went in on Hillary Clinton and the hot sauce and a whole bunch of things. I'm going to try to go through this. And you know me, I'm going to commentate on some of the thoughts about some of these things he's saying. A lot of his bull crap and just crap on people. Not understanding that we're not just talking about Kamala Harris. We're talking about every presidential candidate. But of course, we're going to look at our own first because it's the one that's on our, supposed to be on our side, on the black people side, on African American side, or American descendants of slave side, that is trying to go overtime and trying to get our vote when 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do nothing for us anyway. You can talk, but your actions are speaking louder than your mouth. Let's watch this. Because he don't understand that majority of people in general, especially those are in the black community and the African American community or the American descendant of slave community, are not just, we're not voting on, looking at her over this stuff. But we are right to call her out for her contradiction. Now, this is what Roland had to say, in only the way Roland can when people don't see it his way.
It was another bullshit story.
Here you go.
Senator Kamala Harris went on the Breakfast Club the other day, and she was asked this question by Charlemagne the God, and this is what she said.
What does Kamala Harris listen to?
What were you listening to when you was high? What was on? What song was it?
Now, the last question was asked was Charlemagne, and she heard Charlemagne loud and clear. She heard Charlemagne more than DJ Envy. What did Kamala Harris listen to while she was high? Now, was DJ Envy talking about what do you listen to now? Or what did you listen to when you were high? The last question was asked that was boldly in her mind. Of course, if everybody else hear that last question, they're going to assume her answers to that last question. But you're going to try to find a way to cover up and try to make it seem like, no, her answer to that last question was not to the last question. It was the first question that DJ Envy asked. But it seemed like the last question that was asked was the reason that she answered back.
Oh my goodness! Oh yeah, definitely Snoop. Tupac for sure, for sure.
Okay, I want y'all to find the.
Now, that was when she was high. Next question: if you heard that, what do you listen to now? Let me go back. This was the second question.
Tupac for sure, for sure.
You heard that? What do you listen to now? So she wasn't talking about what she listened to now when it came to her first answer. She was talking about what do you listen to in college? Or what did you listen to in college? Or the last statement was, since you were smoking weed while you were in college, because that was what this whole point was all about. What did you smoke weed? And she said, yes, in college. And then the next question was, who did you listen to in college? And then right after that, Charlamagne put both questions together. Who did you listen to while you were smoking weed? And this was the answer. Tupac and Snoop Dogg. And immediately, that wasn't the current question. That wasn't who do you listen to now, Roland? The next question is, who do you listen to now? Now notice you didn't let that part play. All right.
What do you listen to now?
Okay, I want y'all to find the full clip, because at first she was asked. She was first asked. Okay, she was first asked. Had you ever smoked?
You're trying to defend her.
Weed, and somebody said, well, she said, yeah. And they're like, well, was it blunt? What was it? Okay, and she said, when I was in college. All right, that's what.
That was the question. She smoked weed while she was in college.
She said. Then you heard that question. Well, when you were high, what were you listening to? Then all of a sudden it blew up. Kamala Harris said when she smoked weed in college, she was listening to Tupac and Snoop Dogg.
Dude, and your panel is a joke, man. These intellectual people are a joke. Dude, she just said, there was two questions that, who do you listen to? And who do you listen to while you're high? The answer was Tupac and Snoop Dogg. Who do you listen to when you were high? She said she got high in college. So the basic overall answer to that question, and it doesn't matter when it comes to political affairs, but since you brought it up, bruh, the whole framing of that question was, who did you listen to in college when you were getting high? And she said Tupac and Snoop Dogg. Now, it could be answering too fast. I'll give her that. But the bottom line is, everybody has a right to fact check on that, because that's the way it came out. Did you smoke weed? Yeah, I smoked weed. When? In college. Who do you listen to for as music wise? Then Charlamagne the God said, who do you listen to when you was high, when you were in college getting high, or whenever you're hot? Now, he wasn't talking in the present sense. He was talking about in college. Roland Martin. The bottom line is, the answer was Tupac and DJ Envy. Now, DJ Envy and Charlamagne God, they're going to try to clear this up along with you yourself, another radio host. You can't clear that up, dog. You can't clear it up. It may have been a mistake on how it came out, but how it came out made it seem like the framing of the question was, who did you listen to in college, or who did you get high? When you got high, who did you listen to in college? That was a whole framing. Now let me keep going.
Now the problem is, she said that was in 86. Well, they didn't come on the scene to 91 and 93.
Exactly. She messed up, man. She messed up. She said it wrong.
Okay. So all these folks like, Kamala Harris lied because she couldn't have been smoking weed to Tupac and Snoop. Now,
who said that she lied? We just fact checked her. She was off. That's all. She got it all. She was off. Everybody wasn't saying that. I took it as she was off. She got her timing messed up. Maybe she had a blunt before she got in there. You know, they say it killed brain cells. That's what they say. Whole lot of other health benefits to it. I don't smoke it myself. But come on, Roland. Come on, the way she came out. You ain't got to go so hard in defending this, man, because this is not why people... Let me keep going.
Now, let me again deconstruct. And if y'all can find the clip, please do so. The question was, when did you smoke weed? 1986. Then it was, well, what did you listen to when you were last high? Here's what I got from that. She might have smoked some weed in 86, but that wasn't the last time she smoked some weed. She might have smoked some weed.
Who cares, Roland? She might have smoked some weed before she came there and was hoping that she don't get arrested and get thrown in jail like she was doing for half of the black people that's incarcerated right now, thrown in jail for weed in San Francisco and in California.
But here's the other deal. Do y'all understand the amount of time these fools are spending on her smoking weed and what she was listening to?
Who cares? That's none of your business, dude. That's none of your business. What they do with their time ain't your freaking business. Now, the bottom line is, the Washington Post ran this same ad questioning that question. So let's take a look at the Washington Post questioning of that question, Roland. You know, he's worried about what we do with our time. Dude, this is my time. You have your time. Right now in this phrase, my time is very valuable. I have to make the most out of it. I don't get enough rest as it is. I got a couple other stuff on my plate, including this show, and trying to grow this. So my time is my time, Roland Martin. You don't worry about my time. And I know you seen my video because my last video on you did over 100,000 views. Now, I'm not bragging about that, but I did that piece for the same reason why I'm doing this piece. It's because you're crapping on people who don't see your point of view. You don't have to do that, man. And crapping on people will never have them see your point of view. It will never happen. That's one thing I got about Bill Maher. He's always crapping on people, expecting them to see it his way. At the same time, he's beating them upside the head with a stick. You can't expect somebody to think how you think and you'll beat their brains out. It just don't work. But let's go back to Roland Martin as he continued to chastise the black community on fact-checking Kamala Harris on this Snoop Dogg weed while I'm in college thing.
Y'all, Fox News is literally trying to have an investigation.
I don't know if Fox News is doing the investigation. Never heard of it. I don't know where you came that from. I don't know if you pull it out your behind or out of the back of your head or whatever. I haven't heard anything about Fox News doing an investigation, and I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care about this issue. I believe she messed up. I believe she misquoted. It happens to all of us. But you act like the black community is making this a serious issue on whether they're going to vote for her or not. And that's not it.
A whole bunch of y'all at Fox News should be smoking some weed today.
And he talking about y'all at Fox News as if Fox News watching them right now.
Y'all lost y'all mind. Now, the reason to me, this is about the dumbest damn conversation I've ever had in my life.
You're having a conversation yourself, and you're 2 minutes and 42 seconds in, and this entire piece is 11 minutes and 19. And it's going to end up turning my thing into 30 minutes because you're saying we're talking about something dumb, but you got to clap back on something that you say we're talking about is dumb. Are you trying to chastise people because they got questions about this particular issue? Like I said, to me, I'm with you. It's a dumb issue. But hey, you can't get mad because people are fact-checking. Every person that's running for office is going to get fact-checked, Roland. It doesn't matter if it's Spartacus himself, Cory Booker. It doesn't matter if it's RoboCop Kamala Harris. It don't matter if it's I've been burnt by the Bernie Sanders. It doesn't matter who it is. Pocahontas. It doesn't matter. Everybody is going to look at the candidate. They're going to check that. We have smart voters now, thanks to the internet, thanks to social media, thanks to different websites that show political leaders' records. People are going to really check their records. They're going to fact check what you're saying. And if it don't line up, they have a right to question. And you can't get mad about that, bruh. You can't get mad. Let me keep going.
It's because I don't give a damn what you were listening to when you were smoking some weed. I ain't never smoked weed. I got no interest in smoking weed.
I don't care either, and I don't smoke weed either. Like I said, I did it back in the day, but I don't have no interest in smoking it now. I do believe it need to be legalized. I believe there's certain health benefits to. I think there's tremendous health benefits, especially to the oil. I've currently taken some of my money and invested in that for the future in the industry for its medical purposes, and some farms. Some people that I know that has farms, I did a little investment in. It's not a whole bunch, but made a little investment in cannabis farm because it will become legal in the United States. It's definitely going to become legal in New York State. It's already legal in Vegas. Always, there's a lot of other states it's legal, but that's not the issue. Nobody cares about what she smoked back then. Nobody cares about if she's smoking it right now. I don't care, and I don't care if other people care. You act like you care if other people care.
Hell, my voice is messed up right now because I'm allergic to smoke. But the deal is, we got states right now that have legalized marijuana.
Exactly.
I don't give a damn if she was smoking weed or what she listened to. The question is,
you fail to realize, Roland, it's not about the issue of her smoking weed. It's not about the issue of her listening to Tupac or Snoop Dogg. The issue was she said she smoked weed in college, and she was in college in '86. And the answer behind that was, I listened to Tupac and Snoop Dogg. I don't care who she listened to. I don't care what she smoked. It doesn't matter. She can smoke a kneecap for as I care. But she put it in the framing that made people question whether she's trying to pander toward black people, or did she mess up? Or is she high right now just getting things all screwed up? Well, we know she ain't high because she is a prosecutor, district attorney, former DA, and a former attorney general of California who've locked up. And this is the part that get me. She was so aggressive in locking people up for just having weed in their pocket. Yet her on the Breakfast Club bragging about smoking weed, bragging about listening to Snoop Dogg and all that while smoking weed or whatever. And she couldn't even be lenient toward the people who had a little weed in the pocket. That she made a mandate for them to get as much as a mandatory sentence on having weed in their pocket. This goes back to policies. Had nothing to do with her smoking weed and whoever she listened to. It's policy. How in the world you can brag about being cool in college smoking weed, yet there's probably kids who will end up in jail in college smoking weed that you locked up and gave them pretty much a mandatory sentence on that particular charge. And you know as well as I know that they don't just charge you for marijuana. They charge you for possession. They charge you for distributing and you wasn't even selling. You just bought it, but they're going to assume that you're trying to sell it to somebody. They're going to charge you with the paraphernalia. And next thing you know, a little too much in lockup can end up being over a year. And she did that. Let me keep going. I'm only 3 minutes in this thing.
what's your policy on legalizing marijuana?
What is her policy on legalizing marijuana since you brought it up, bruh? Just because you say you want to change it, you want to get people out of jail for it, how you plan on doing that? Are you going to change the scheduling from scheduling C to scheduling 1 or whatever it is? Is it possible you can release brothers right now? If you were president right now, would you release every man that's in there for just possessing marijuana who's in jail right now, working free labor for the private prison system? Are you willing to release them? All right, let me keep going.
If you become president, are you going to enforce federal laws that actually is illegal when it comes to marijuana?
Now, Roland, you're asking all these questions. Now, have you set those questions up for yourself when she comes on your show? Because those were not the questions that Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy asked her. They asked her the cool questions to make her seem cool, to try to get the young generation on her side. These questions you're asking, I would love for her to answer those questions, because if I can get on my show, I'm going to ask those questions. And like I said, I got a little show. You know, it's growing. By the way, I thank all my subscribers. I thank you. We're almost at 8,000 right now. Trying to get to 10 in the next 90 days. And I need your help, so like, subscribe, and share. But this is why I do this. Because I care about this country, and I want to make sure people get all they can get out of being an American. And I want to make sure America is a blessing to other nations, but not on the backs of being crappy to their own in their nation.
That's policy. So the fact that these people are spending this much time on whether or not she was jamming Tupac or Snoop or Dr. Dre, or whether she was listening to Ready for the World or Freddie Jackson while she was high, is dumb as hell.
And none of your dumb business. That ain't none of your business. Look at your eyes. I see your eyes all bugged out on me. That ain't none of your business. If they want to spend their time thinking about that stuff, talking about that, let them do. You're nobody's daddy. You're nobody's father. You're not nobody's principal. You're not nobody's boss. These people can do whatever they want to do with their time. The only person they need to answer to is God, not you. So stop worrying about what other people are talking about. Stop this, man. And the reason I'm interested in this because you're doing this to people. You know, you're crapping on us because we have our own way of thinking. We don't think like you, bruh. And you can't get mad at people for that, Roland. You just can't. And you can't crap on people for that, Roland. You just can't. You can, but it don't make you look good. And it caused people to lose respect for you, man. I had high respect. You were a mentor of mine at one time, man. I looked up to you. But you so on this Democratic plantation and willing to kiss the foot of all the Democratic elite that you'll crap on other Democrats who don't see things your way. And that's wrong. For an example, I know you won't like me. I don't like the fact I was a hero of John Lewis when he marched over the Selma, but the same John Lewis went and campaigned for a person who rigged the elections in 2016. So yeah, I respect what you did back then, but what you've been doing lately, I don't like, bruh. And I'm gonna tell you that. And you can get mad at me all you want, but I don't like that. You went from civil rights hero, John Lewis, to supporting a corporate con job crook in Debbie Wasserman Schultz who rigged her election and had somebody working for her to help her rig the election. And she did it to Tim Canova. But let me get off subject. I'm getting off subject. Let me get back to you crapping on us.
It has nothing to do with policy. So folks, do me a favor. Don't fall for this okie doke.
Well, first of all, Roland, Kamala Harris don't really have no concrete real policies. Got some ideas, but she don't have any policies of significance.
Let them fools run around, question whether or not she was listening to Tupac or Snoop. And it really don't matter.
Take your own advice, Martin. Roland Martin. Take your own advice.
It's the policies. It's the same thing down in South Carolina. Oh my goodness. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand asked for a knife and fork to eat fried chicken. She never had fried chicken. I don't give a damn about how she ate some damn fried chicken. What's her policies?
Well, I don't care about how she eat fried chicken too. She can use a fork, she can use a finger, she can use your hand to eat it with. I don't care about that either. I care about the policies. The problem about Gillibrand, whatever you want to call it, and Harris, they really don't have any policies that's going to lift up America, especially black America. None. They're co-opting Bernie Sanders' progressive message because they know they're not going to get any support if they don't. They're bandwagon riders. They're co-opting Bernie Sanders' policies. They don't have their own policies. They don't have their own agenda. They're trying to borrow Bernie Sanders, trying to look progressive. That's what I care about too, bro. I care about policies. I care about your track record. I care about what you did, what you're doing, and what you plan on doing. I care about that. I care about your agenda. And if you ain't got one, why am I wasting my time entertaining you? If you're not talking about a $15 minimum wage across the country with inflation and cost of living increase attached to it, you wasting my time, man, because you coming here talking about $12 an hour, man. They ain't doing nothing. There's a lot of people, black kids who want to go to college can't afford it. Don't tell me they're going to get affordable college. Let them kids go to college for free. Our tax dollars are paying for these public colleges. Now, if they want to go to Ivy League college, that's on them. But come on. Let me keep going.
For the folks in South Carolina. See, y'all, don't make the mistake. Because let me go ahead and say this. Because see, a whole bunch of black people did the same bullshit in 2016 over Hillary Clinton and the damn hot sauce.
All right. Why you had to go there, man? All right. Yeah, I did it too. But I didn't use that. To me, that was disgusting pandering. She was pandering. She herself said, is it working?
Y'all, don't make the mistake. Because let me go ahead and say this. Because see, a whole bunch of black people.
You see? He pointed out and saying a whole bunch of black people
did the same bullshit in 2016.
Did the same BS in 2016.
Over Hillary Clinton and the damn hot sauce. Because when Hillary Clinton went on the Breakfast Club.
You mean the same Hillary Rodham Clinton that you tried to get? Oh, dude, you give me too much material. You did a town hall at a HBCU with her on the stage as your guest speaker with a whole bunch of black millennials who really wasn't into her for some reason and, well, for a whole lot of reasons. And this is what happened.
That is it for us. I do got to ask you, do you know how to wobble?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you know how to wobble?
I don't.
You know how to wobble? You just lost the black vote right there.
Yeah.
Karen, the black folks on your staff need to teach you how to do the wobble. Trust me.
Can you show me how you do it?
Oh, I can show you how to do it. You're going to pick up some votes, trust me.
But I got to.
All right, so you're joking. You say you're joking, but you the one brought the subject up. This whole town hall was ending, and you asked her, do she know how to do the wobble? And then you, according to you, jokingly said, if you don't know how to do the wobble, you ain't gonna get the black vote. Now, I know you was joking, but she didn't take that for a joke, bruh, because she didn't know you was joking. So what did you do? This is what you did.
See it in order to know it.
Hello, you need some music. I don't really need the music, but I'm just saying.
Okay, who can show me? Come on, don't be shy.
I told y'all Black Network we do a little bit different.
Well, you raised it. Now don't leave me hanging out here.
All right, so she said, oh, you raised it. You brought up, in other words, she really wanted to say, you brought up the issue, don't back down on me, Roland Martin. But she said it's supposed to be in a black manner. You raised it, don't leave me hanging out here. You trying to tell me that ain't pandering? Because you know doggone well this politician don't talk like that when she with the Wall Street buddy. She don't hang out in the hood. She don't. And then here you are, you say you were joking, but she didn't think you were joking. She's trying to learn how to do the wobble because you told her that if she learned how to do the wobble, she could pick up some votes. People don't need that, man. Show me some policies. Show me what you've done in the past, what you're doing now, and what you plan on doing in the future, and you get my vote. I can give a crap if you know how to do the wobble, the running man, the Lucy Lou, whatever. I don't care, the Michael Jackson kick, whatever. I don't give a crap about that.
iPod on. I got music.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
plug this up right now. Y'all know I put it on now. Secretary Clinton, it's a pleasure. Thank you so very much. Claflin, thanks you as well. Round of applause, please. Democratic presidential candidate.
Thank you, Roland.
Secretary Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, you remember this, Mark. Look at y'all. Look at that. Look at this. You trying to tell me they ain't pandering, bro?
That's how I told y'all need the music. Don't let the ass gotta fool you.
But the same fools, and there were some black folks who were fools, couldn't do no damn research without realizing that stories were done on Hillary Clinton when she was first lady about her love for hot sauce. But it was construed as, oh, Hillary Clinton trying to get the black vote by having hot sauce. At the time, Beyonce had a song where she mentioned about hot sauce in the song. So all these fools, oh, there she go. She fronting, she trying to play black people. Y'all, literally 20 years earlier, talking about her love of hot sauce. But some black folks fell for this bullshit by saying, oh, she's trying to get the black vote.
She said it wasn't working. She did not, they didn't say that. Charlamagne said, you know, by you saying that, people are going to assume that you're pandering for votes. She the one said out of her mouth, is it working? So what is your excuse for that? What is your answer for that, Roland Martin? Your girl said that.
What's something that you always carry with you?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Are you getting information right now?
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce in my bag, swag?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Now listen, I just want you to know, people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people again.
Okay. Is it working?
Is it working? So go ahead with this stuff, man. You're trying to defend these people, and there's nothing to defend. The point is, we don't care about whether Hillary Clinton got a hot sauce. She the one said, is it working to get votes? You the one that had her on the stage talking about, if you don't know how to do the wobble, you're going to lose some black votes. And she got up there and did the wobble for you. And in the case of Kamala Harris, she made a mistake, I believe, about the Tupac and the... nobody cares about that who really cares about voting, Roland Martin. But they can question that. And if they want to spend their time on that, let them do them. You can't get mad at them. Let me keep going. We almost done.
Hillary Clinton.
So yes, she does pander. Most politicians pander to their audience.
If you don't know how to use Google, shut the hell up.
People use Google and they research these politicians and they know now who they really are by looking at their records.
Okay? It's about tired of this nonsense. We are literally, let me go and say this. We are literally asking some of the most dumbass, asinine questions of black candidates that we would not be asking white candidates.
Why not? Didn't you just, hold up. Roland, you just trotted a white woman who ran for president. You're saying we asking dumb questions of just black candidates. There's only 2 black candidates running. Cory Booker, well, one, Cory Booker. Kamala Harris is 75% Indian, and the other 25%, it is allegedly is white. The only Jamaican claim she has is her dad is half Indian and half Jamaican, white Jamaican. So that just proves Jamaican is not color, it's a nationality. You got some white people who were born in Jamaica considered Jamaican citizens, and some people call them Jamaicans. Most of them are West Indians. All right, so, but you're going to talk about Hillary Clinton in the same subject as this. Nobody cares about their heritage, man. We don't care where they come from, who they are. to me, I mean, I don't care about that, and most people don't. What we do care about is you're pandering to people that try to get certain people's vote when you don't have to do that. And on this Breakfast Club, on both Breakfast Club, there was pandering, bro. Now, most of us are not looking at that on our overall vote. We just think it's disgusting. We think you don't have to do that. We believe be yourself. Kamala Harris is 75% Native Indian from the nation of India. But she's going to try to embrace her so-called black side over her Indian side. You ain't got to do that. Don't show me how black you are. To me, that shows you're trying too hard. But don't pander. And that's what this whole point is, Roland. And that's why these people got these questions, and you cannot do nothing about it. No need for you to get upset because they got questions or they're talking about it or they're spending their time on this subject. You don't own their time. Only they and God own their time. So you need to stop worrying about what they do with their time. If they want to spend their time on this BS, let them spend time on this BS.
I don't care about hot sauce. I don't give a damn about weed or when you smoked it or what you listen to. The question is, if you president, what you gonna do about jobs? What the hell you gonna do about roads and bridges and education? What you gonna do about HBCUs?
Come on.
What are you gonna do?
That's all you care about is HBCUs, man. I care about HBCUs too, but come on, it seems like that's one of your policy planks. I care about people getting, I care more about people getting a livable wage. I care about people being able to work one job and take care of an entire family, a wife and 3 kids, money to save, go to college, pay for their college and give them a vacation every year. I care about that more than I care about HBCU funding.
About health care? What are you going to do about the Civil Rights Division and Department of Justice? What are you going to do about the Department of Agriculture? And when it comes to SNAP, what are you going to do about Health and Human Services? What are you going to do about the EPA and the environment?
Dude, what make you think people don't think about these things? What make you think these same people who are criticizing these politicians for pandering are not thinking about that also?
What are you going to do when it comes to the Commerce Department? What are you going to do when it comes to the Small Business Administration? What are you going to do about Minority Supplier Development Agency? What are you going to do?
See, Roland, your platform is totally different from other people. Because a lot of that stuff, people are, they care about 5 major things, and those other things that you're talking about are sub-platforms. They're not major platforms. They're sub. Believe me, if education is no cost, the HBCUs will be taken care of, bruh. Let me go back to this.
Do not let these crazy folks in media get y'all caught up in bullshit with Kamala Harris and Cory Booker, because if they not gonna ask.
See, that's all you care about. Roland, you care about protecting the black politicians when once they get in office, you'll see how much they care about protecting the black community. People not falling for that no more, and they're going to demand that these politicians have a black agenda. It doesn't matter who you are. You act like shame on us because we're asking a black politician about a black agenda. The problem we had before was we didn't ask Obama about his black agenda. Now there's this term called American Descent of the Slave. It is trending. It is the hot topic, and it shouldn't be. It's something that's been going on forever. It's basically asking for reparations because we built this country and we were promised payment and we never got that payment. And people are still demanding that payment. Had we had that payment, the economic gap wouldn't be so big. Because it would have put us in a position of owning property, owning land, owning home, owning cattle, which end up turning into owning businesses. Anytime we tried to open up a business, we ran into a brick wall when it comes to funding. To this day, we run into a brick wall when it comes to funding black-owned businesses, which you like to talk about, bruh. So we're demanding that agenda. Obama, I don't like his military policies, but he did some good things. Obama wasn't a descendant. He wasn't ADOS. He is not an American descendant of slave. His mama was white and his dad was African. He don't come from a slave lineage. So therefore, when you don't have that connection, it's kind of hard for you to have that mandate on the inside of you to really work hard to lift the black community up with some specific policies. Same thing going to go with Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is 75% of Indian descent and about 25% white Jamaican descent. She's not a descendant of American slave. So even though we're going to assume that she being a woman of color, because we don't know, she may have one. We just haven't heard it. But her plan for this LIFT plan is not enough. The LIFT plan is $500 credit every month for somebody who don't meet a certain income bracket. They get $500. You think $500 extra a month is going to close the wealth gap? That's not enough. Then you got people like Marion Wilson saying she believes in reparations, but only a certain amount. It's going to take almost $1 trillion to kind of bridge that gap for the black community in America to come back up to the level, at least meet the level of white America. We got a lot of work to do, bro. So we can't be playing pussyfoot with these politicians. We're not going to be fooled by the okie dokie just because you black, you got black interests. That don't mean nothing. Right now, Cory Booker has done so much for white corporate interests that most black people see right through them. Kamala Harris has harmed the black community when it comes to her prosecution record, her record as district attorney and attorney general. She done more harm to the black community than help. Anytime you're going to put parents in jail because their children decide to skip school, instead of trying to find another way to solve that problem, you're going to threaten them into a problem to fix the problem. So Roland, man, I'm almost done.
White candidates, the same damn questions. I'm not going to play these games.
We're not going to play these games with you, Roland, because we do ask white candidates the same question. It doesn't matter if you're Bernie Sanders, Jill Stein, or whatever. What are some of your policies that you specifically have that's going to lift up our community? Because we're not going to continue to keep giving you something for free. We're not slut voters. You need to have a relationship with our community before you can ask for our community vote. That's what Dr. King did. So you got to get off this horse, bro, because it ain't taking you nowhere.
Trivializing.
We do expect the same thing from white politicians on both sides of the aisle. Everybody's going to get treated equal and the same. Just because you're black don't mean you're going to get my vote. Just because you're white don't mean you're going to get the white vote. Majority of people that are so-called progressives are asking the same questions. What are you going to do about Medicare for all? Are you going to put in legislation that's going to put people in the position where they can get the health care at the point of visitation without worrying about a bill? Are you going to allow kids, minorities, to be able to go to college with no cost? So we're asking the same questions, bro.
Black politicians. And the last thing, for all y'all folks out here who running around talking about, is she black enough? Y'all can kiss my ass too. Because
you see this dude is off the chain. How about you kiss ours, man? You can kiss ours. You can kiss ours. All we ask is, do you got a black agenda? And what is your black agenda? And we got our ears open. We don't care whether she's black enough. She ain't black enough. She's majority Indian. Nobody cares. That's why I say embrace your Indian side. Don't brace aside to get votes. Brace who you are. Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard is a Samoan woman, a woman of color that's also running for the office of President of the United States. A major in the military who is not for wars, who want to take that money from wars and put it back into the community, who have a platform, who have a bunch of policies, who have an agenda. So there's more than one woman of color running for office. We look at all of them equal and the same, because we know that just because you're one of us, that don't mean you're for us. So we have to look at everybody. So yeah, we're going to ask the same question of Spartacus, RoboCop, and all the rest of them. The same thing. What are you going to do for our community? What are your plans? How do you plan on doing it? What kind of investment that you plan on making in our community? And then from there, how are you going to help America? Are you going to put some policies that's going to lift everybody in the country out of this hole of $7.95 and $8.95 an hour? Are you going to push $15 minimum wage? So on and so forth.
I'm sick of us having this stupid conversation about, well, where you from? What's your background? I don't really know. Do you know how many of y'all were asking Eric Holder that?
I wouldn't even ask Eric Holder for that, because I wouldn't even entertain him for president. And he was an elected official. He was appointed.
Where's his family from? Barbados. How many of y'all?
He ain't running for office, bruh. At least as far as I know.
Y'all were asking Harold Belafonte that.
He ain't running for office.
Because his folks ain't from America. How many of y'all have been asking Sidney Poitier that? Now, we always want to sit here, oh, we love. See, we getting caught up in silly games. Well, is she African American? Is she black? What does she call herself?
Roland, most people, you're assuming most people think about that. Most people are not thinking about that. We're looking at the policies. We just don't want you to try to cater toward a side that you're not really on that side. We don't want you to try to be something you're not. We want you to be yourself and present the issues and present the policies.
No, what are the policies? That's the question we should be asking. But see, not just that. What you gonna ask Sherrod Brown?
We asking those questions, bruh.
What you gonna ask Elizabeth Warren?
We asking
What you
those
gonna
questions.
ask Kirsten Gillibrand?
We asking them.
What you gonna ask Biden if he runs?
We asking them.
What you gonna ask Bernie Sanders
We
if he
asking
runs?
them.
What are you gonna ask
By the way he's running?
all of the Democratic candidates who are running?
We're not just asking from the Democrats. We're asking anybody running in the Green Party, and we'll ask anybody running in the Republican Party. Because you better bet your bottom dollar, if we got a real Republican that can care less about Republican politics, that really want to help working people, I will side with him too. I'm for whoever really sold out to the working people, regardless of what party you in.
About policies. Oh, and I'm not talking about just, oh, what will be your policy just for black folks? What do you mean your policies, period? What do be your policies if you're black, if you're Latino, if you're gay?
We're asking those, Roland.
What do be your policies when it comes to education, public and rural? Do not let these folks get you caught up in weed and Tupac and Snoop, and not what the real issue should be is public policy. Because right now, we got a crazy ass man sitting at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Oh, there you go, with the fear mongering. First of all, Roland, we are asking those questions of every politician, so you can calm down. If these people want to get caught up in that stuff, let them get caught up in that stuff. Just because they bring those issues up, it still don't mean they're only focused on that. You think there are.
Who will lie to our faces.
And some of these people that are running for office in the Democratic Party is capable of lying to our faces too.
And he got people who gonna vote for him regardless of how many lies he tell and the folks he target.
You know why? Because a lot of those people believe in him. They believe in him. They're sold out to him. And what we need is a politician that we can believe in, somebody who we can get behind. And if they're not willing to believe in us and get behind in us and really mean it, Why should we waste our time believing in them and getting behind them, Roland Martin?
Now, y'all can sit here, ask these dumbass, silly questions and say, well, I'm not going to vote. Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. Y'all cool with 4 more years of Trump?
There you go again. You can't tell people what to do when they vote. You don't own their vote, and you can't try to steal their vote. And yes, some people will rather deal with 4 more idiots of that fool because they're afraid that you're going to put somebody in office that ain't going to do nothing but just sit there and do nothing. As long as that House and Senate can stay intact, that fool damage ability has been limited. We don't want just any Democrat. We can care less about Democrats. We can care less about Republicans. We can care less about Trump. Because I'll give my life up for democracy, true democracy. There's a lot of people that's running for office that would do good for this country, and a lot of them are not in your party.
Are you cool with the Senate confirming more and more right-wing judges who will be sitting on for the federal bench for the next 30 and 40 years?
Are you cool with that? If you were cool with that, you would stop chastising people and you listen to them for a change and get some understanding from them on why they're the way they are.
Y'all cool with that? Knock yourself out. But I'll be damned if I'm going to sit here, spend time talking about Tupac, Snoop, weed, and where somebody smoked it.
You just did it for almost 10 minutes, bro. All right, so there you go. As you heard, Roland Martin on his rant again about what you're doing. So concerned about you wasting your time as if he's our daddy. As if he control your time. He's the timekeeper of your life. He's Father Time. He's God. When he need to be worried about himself. And then he gonna sit there talking about somebody trying to chastise somebody for pandering. When these very people where he has been used to help somebody pander to get black votes. And I just showed you that. The bottom line, Roland, and anybody else there on YouTube or whatever land this is, people are individuals. They can be collected. They can come as a collective for one given purpose. But you beating them with a stick ain't gonna get them together. You have to inspire, you have to encourage. And that crap right there, Roland Martin, was not inspiration. It was not encouraging. You just pulled down your pants, pulled down your drawers, sat down and took a dunk on all these people. Because they legitimately had some questions about what somebody said and how their timing is off and how it seems as if they were pandering. And even you yourself saw on the Breakfast Club somebody pandering with her own mouth saying, is it working? You yourself got a politician sitting up there dancing, looking like a fool because you said, even though you were joking, that you might lose some black votes. They took that serious. They got to dancing. Buck dancing, boy. We know the stakes in this election. You guys should have known the stakes in the election because you were accusing WikiLeaks of feeding questions over to a politician so they can have the edge in the debate. Cheating. You, Roland Martin, helped cheat it. Accusation, you know. You, to this very day, you don't like progressives. You're more on that Main Street corporate politician tip. You. And you, since you left TV One and started your own show, which is doing good, 250,000 views, 250,000 subscribers, you had that position where you can do more than people like me. But that don't give you the right to come up here and try to crap on us as if we don't know what we're doing. Just because we question a politician doesn't mean we don't care about their policies. Oh, the policies always come before the question, but I don't care. You can have the best policies, but if I hear something that don't sound right, I'm going to question you. I don't give a crap who you are. I don't care if you're Cory Booker. I don't care if you're Kamala Harris, Kirsten Gillibrand, Castro. I don't give a crap who you are. On both sides of the aisle. Why? Because of America. I'm an American. My vote is precious. I don't slut vote. I'm not just going to give you my vote and I don't know who you are. I don't have no relationship, or you're not trying to have one with me. And the day of politicians asking for something and not willing to give up something themselves is dead and gone, bruh. And you can fearmonger us about that fool in the White House. Nobody's fearing that fool. He's an idiot. It's hard to fear an idiot. He's an idiot. Used to fear him, but we realize how dumb and stupid he is that the fear is gone, dog. So you can't fearmonger me to get my vote. You better tell your politicians that you got connection with that I don't have. You got the connections. You better tell them what the people are asking for. Yes, there is a black agenda. There is something called ADOS, and they will start asking what's the black agenda. And they will start asking for something in specific for black America, especially American descendants of slaves who've been gypped out so long that they're tired of it. Yet at the same time, most American descendants of slaves care about the rest of America too. They care about Hispanic America. They care about even Jewish America, even Islamic America. Even it doesn't matter. They care about their entire community. That's one thing you can say about descendants of slaves. They care about all people. They just don't want to get left hanging dry for another 20 years. And that's why they're stepping up and asking these questions, no matter how dumb it is. Last but not least, man, stay out of other people's time frame. If they want to waste their time doing stuff, let them do it, man. You're nobody's daddy, Roland. You're nobody's father. These people are grown people. They went down and registered. You didn't come to their house and bring a clipboard to them to register. They went down and registered on their own, which means they're serious about their vote. Bernie Sanders just announced that he's running. Don't mean everybody gonna jump on the Bernie Sanders bandwagon. I know you like that, but he gotta earn people's vote too. All right, I'm done with this segment. I'm Robert Brown with the Rob Report. I'll holler at you later. Peace.